There are times where I feel like I overthink. One of my problems is learning to find a balance. Ugh, it's really uncomfortable, but do you think your higher self has these insecurities? I want you guys to see what my routine is when I feel like this. It's been really hard for me to find peace, releasing control. I've realized I had a lot of insecurities. Don't believe everything you think. Thank you to Dove for sponsoring today's video. Good morning, you guys. As a wellness girly, when I think of the perfect day, it usually starts with some sort of workout in the morning, and today I chose Pilates. And if it wasn't obvious, I'm a girly girl. Okay, so doing Pilates and dressing up really cute is such a great way to start my morning off on a good note. And don't be fooled, Pilates is so much harder than it looks. My abs were literally on fire today. But on another note, looking back at this footage, I can definitely tell that my back has gotten more toned, and honestly, that makes me so happy. Now I'm gonna take a nice hot shower, and I am so excited because today's video is sponsored by Dove. Yes, you heard me, Dove. They just launched their limited edition Dove X Crumble collection, which is available exclusively at Walmart. And these body washes literally smell so delicious, like actual desserts. I am so obsessed. I have never been this excited for a shower because these scents are unreal, and they definitely make my self-care routine feel extra special. This collection comes with a body wash, a body scrub, a hand wash, deodorant, and 4 delicious scents. There's Nilla Bean Cupcake, a sweet warm vanilla goodness. If you love vanilla, you guys are gonna love this one. There's Confetti Cake, which smells like a birthday cake. Smelling this literally makes me want to eat it. Of course I can't, but if I could, I would. Then we have Lemon Glaze, a fresh and zesty scent, and Strawberry Crumb Cake. This one is giving the perfect mix of fruity and cozy. This one is definitely one of my favorites in the collection. Not to mention, the packaging of this collection is so me. You guys know I am a pink girly through and through. If you guys watch my videos, you guys will know that I absolutely love Dove body washes. They're literally so moisturizing. I just love how well they lather, and this collection is no different. My skin feels so soft and nourished, and it smells amazing, like I just walked out of a bakery or a soft and fluffy cloud. And I cannot forget to mention that their body scrubs feel so buttery and luxurious. Every time I use a Dove body scrub, I come out of the shower with the smoothest skin. Dove body products are just such an essential for my daily shower routine. The hydration, the scent, and the overall experience, it literally just makes my self-care routine feel so much more indulgent. I swear these scents are like aromatherapy in a bottle. So if you guys love sweet and dessert-like scents and you've been looking to up your everything shower routine, you guys are gonna absolutely love these. This collection is limited edition and only available exclusively at Walmart, so grab them while you can and let me know which scent you guys would try first in the comments. Once again, thank you so much to Dove for sponsoring today's video. For breakfast, we're having eggs, sausages, and oranges. You guys know I love oranges. These brown sugar sausages are quite literally the best thing I've ever had. There's nothing better than warm food. After I finish eating, I'm gonna go ahead and do some laptop work. But honestly, guys, I've just been thinking a lot recently, and then it hit me. I've been doing too much thinking. As you guys know, I'm going through a breakup. Being somebody that's really into like self-development, I feel like I'm hyper fixated on every single thing I do, which is good sometimes because that means that the things I'm doing is intentional. But honestly, there are times where I feel like I overthink, and one of my problems is learning to find a balance. Sometimes I think that what I'm doing is for my higher self, and then I realize like, oh shit, that was out of fear, trying to control my life, which it's kind of hard to like decipher between the two every once in a while during this winter arc. Not even that I'm trying to, but like internally, like we have seasons and the winter season just happens to be the time where I just get super deep and introspective. And so I just find myself doing a lot of internal and healing work right now. But with that, I think I'm struggling to find a balance between learning and then literally living your life. I feel like I have not been living because I've been processing emotions like sadness, grief, and things like that. I process it so much, but then there are times where it's like, okay, girl, give yourself a break, go out and do something. And so if you guys can understand what I'm trying to say, I have realized I have so many insecurities, which is really scary because these are things that even I myself don't like to admit to myself. As self-development girlies, we want to think that we know everything about ourselves, but in reality, like, we don't. Sometimes you have your wins and then you're like, wow, like, holy shit, I know myself so well. And then you realize, oh shit, there's another layer to this onion. So it's been hard for me to release my pride and surrender to the growth. This is just what happens. Like, you know, you have the yin and yang. I had my good days and right now I'm having a bad day. I mean, it's not a bad day. It's just a bad moment. It's not even bad. Emotions like this aren't bad. They're just a part of the literal journey. And even with the breakup, I'm realizing I wanted to prove to myself that I can be independent, because in my head I believed that solitude was such a great way to show yourself that you love yourself. But then I realized you don't have to prove yourself to anyone, especially yourself, that you love yourself. If you love yourself, you just love yourself. So now I'm like, wow, why did I leave that relationship? So I'm also dealing with that. But the reality is, if I never left, I don't think I would have ever realized these insecurities and these like ways of thinking that actually aren't serving me. I correlated solitude with self-love. Huh? It's good to have a balance. You can be in love and be supported by everyone around you, and that doesn't take away from your ability to validate yourself, respect yourself, and love yourself. Growing up, I think that I've been hyper independent as a like oldest daughter and growing up in a broken family, and so I think I had this like hyper independence mindset that I really didn't realize I had until I had my breakup. But this breakup has literally opened the doors to so many of my insecurities, and I'm so glad that I did do it, because I would have never known all these insecurities, right? And so now that I know them, they're all out in the open for me to see. I am so vulnerable and raw right now, but this is where the healing really begins. Then I'll be ready to love again, because right now I think I need to do some internal work. I'm not gonna lie though, guys, I do miss Gym Crush. My Shayla! Oh, my Shayla. This girl here, don't be fooled by her cuteness. This girl stole my sausage earlier. You stole my breakfast sausage, girl. Why would you do that to me? You know I was hungry. I have to teach her manners, because what was that, Chloe? What was that? Woo, 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 woo. Guys, Chloe got fat, because I mean, look at her with girly. We need to put you on a caloric deficit. Anyways, now that I've gone through my breakup, I've been home a lot more. So Chloe has been, honestly, I think she's been loving it. I used to be gone every weekend, but the past like 3 weeks I've been home on the weekends, and so she has finally been more calm, more chill. I didn't know me being home on the weekends would make such an impact on you. Damn, you buff, girl. I had a whole entire thing planned of what I was gonna do today, but I'm just realizing now that I've been feeling so anxious today. And honestly, guys, it's so weird having anxiety, because I don't remember the last time I've had like a panic attack, and today might actually be one of the first times in a really long time. Honestly, it's probably just like a purging of so many emotions. Ugh, it's really uncomfortable, but I want you guys to see what my routine is when I feel like this. I like to say that anxiety usually comes from your body trying to tell you something, and when you're not listening, your body literally will show you by physical sensations. First thing we're gonna do is we're gonna meditate. I usually like to meditate and ask myself, where might my anxiety be coming from? And I ask myself, what is the most loving way I can approach this moment? I like to think of my anxiety as like my younger self. The reason we can be so stuck on outcome or emotions that are kind of negative like that, they usually stem from a root, which when I think of root, I think of the beginning. Where did it begin? And then I typically correlate that with my childhood. So if I'm feeling anxious right now, I want to ask myself where this anxiety is coming from. What's making me feel anxious? Whether it's control of finances, health, productivity, life. I usually try to find where it's coming from and then go to the beginning of where I felt that emotion. So I usually like to think of like when I first felt this in my childhood, and then I like to like self-soothe little me, and it's like a visualization thing, and I do all of that during meditation, and typically it helps bring me peace of mind. So let's meditate. The crystals for today are going to be prayanite right here, the green crystal. I love green crystals because healing energy. Okay, heart chakra. And then I like to use selenite. I like to use this as like a clearing negative energy kind of crystal. This crystal can absorb negative energy, so we're going to use the both of these, and we're going to meditate, and I'm going to light a candle. Let's do it. Let's freaking do it. Honestly, this is exciting for me. Having anxiety is not easy, but when I'm working with new insecurities, it makes sense why I'm feeling really anxious. Like, there's a version of me that wants to hold on to this sense of security, which that sort of security just means avoiding my problems. But right now, I'm facing them head on, and that version of me is scared because it's scary to see yourself so fully and all the shadows within you. But real power comes from acknowledging every part of you, the light and the dark. I'm gonna journal. You see that? I'm like a third of the way, which is very impressive. I've been journaling almost every day since the new year started. This is the most I've ever journaled in my life. Like I said, winter arc, I was not playing. Like, this is a time of deep healing, deep introspection. At the end of my winter arc, I'm gonna feel like a new person. I know I am, because all this healing, it's not for nothing. Going through all of these emotions, I feel so weak. I just don't feel like the most secure and grounded version of myself right now. I'm going through this because I'm becoming the most grounded version of myself. The universe will show you the exact opposite of what you're manifesting, because do you think your higher self has these insecurities? Do you think they have these fears? No. Your higher self is extremely brave and absolutely capable of anything. So that's why you're feeling the opposite, because this is the time for you to face your fears, overcome them, learn to heal them, so that you can become that version of you. I feel so much better, guys. And you know what? I had a breakthrough. I really did. I'm gonna let you guys in on some secrets. Okay, I'm just kidding. I think I'm realizing that love to me unconsciously has been something I felt I had to deserve. If I feel like I messed up or I made a mistake, I actually feel like I don't deserve love, which is so weird. Like breaking up with Gym Crush, I thought that I was acting from my higher self, and I'm realizing it was like a lot of fear-based thinking, this hyper independence that I felt I needed to do in order to show myself that I was deserving of my own self-respect. And now I'm realizing no, but I'm also grateful for the breakup, because I wouldn't have learned that I had these deep-rooted ways of thinking if it didn't happen. I have a lot of shame because I made a decision that was actually just not fully what I thought it was. Like, I made a decision, and I'm realizing now that I was not acting for my higher self, and it's hard for me to come to terms with that as a self-development girly, because sometimes you like to think that you really have your thoughts under control. And so I hope that you guys hearing me talk about things like this help you guys gain perspective, and also help you guys feel like you guys are not alone, because trust me, life is a roller coaster and we're all going through it in our own way. And my life may seem perfect because I love to film my life in a way that's really cute and girly, but I literally am going through things internally too, and it's extremely human of us, and honestly it's admirable. It's a very unique experience being able to express yourself and feel all these emotions. Knowing ugly allows you to know beauty, and that's why it's okay to hit low lows, because when you hit lows you can experience highs, and it's just trusting that you can never experience one without the other. And when you are feeling the lows, allow it to hit low, okay? Allow it to fully feel through, because when you resist, that's when the low drags on. Trust that in feeling you will be healing, period. I just healed myself. I don't know if you guys can tell, but I'm proud of myself. I feel good. Wow, this was a good healing session, and I did it all by myself. Wow. The power of meditation and journaling and deep introspection. There are times where thinking is like, ooh, that's overthinking. And then there's times where I'm like, yes, I feel successful. Wow, I did that. What a good morning, guys. Anyways, don't believe everything you think. I'm going to be reading now. Why Your Thinking is the Beginning and End of Suffering. This is a book that basically helps you understand the root cause of your psychological and emotional suffering and how to end it. Moments like this where I do feel a lot of anxiety, books like this can really help me. Yes, I know how to get to the root cause of a lot of my emotions, but sometimes you need to go back to the fundamentals and do it again. I've talked to you guys about how to heal so many times, but because I think I know how to do it, then I stopped doing the process, and that's my issue. So that's why today I needed to get back to the root. But you know, we're gonna read this book and it's going to help me regain clarity. I know it will. I've already read like a third of it, so let's continue.